Hello everyone and welcome to the BYU Family History Library. Today we'll be doing a brief overview of reserving temple ordinances in FamilySearch. We won't be talking about the FamilySearch feature Ordinance Ready today. We have two wonderful videos explaining the Ordinance Ready feature. These can be found on the BYU Family History Library YouTube page, and I highly recommend both. Before we begin, let's answer the question how many ordinances you should reserve. The Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints suggests you should reserve only the number of ordinances you can perform in a reasonable amount of time. This depends on how often you attend the temple and how many people to whom you provide ordinance reservations. For example, if you provide reservations for yourself and another individual, and you both plan to attend the temple once a week for 2 years, that's 104 weeks, or 208 endowment reservations. If you plan to attend the temple once a month for 2 years, that's 24 months, or 48 endowment reservations. So here's the real question. Do you need 100,000 ordinances in your temple ordinance reservation list? It may be time to evaluate your reservation lists and make adjustments as necessary. Let's get into it. After signing into FamilySearch with a Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints account, temple ordinance reservations can be accessed from the home page by clicking the word temple. There are multiple ways the temple ordinance reservation list can be viewed. The list can show the total number of people waiting for ordinances in your list, how many ordinances have not been printed, how many have been printed but not completed, and how many ordinances you have shared with the temple system or family members and friends. You can also access the FamilySearch feature Ordinance Ready from this page. And a nice item to be able to look at is the legend showing the colored icons used on the reservation list. Understanding the color icons used in the reservation list can help you quickly identify what action has been taken or what action needs to be taken. The ordinance reservation list can also be sorted by name, ordinance, and date. Sorting by name is helpful if you are sharing an ordinance with a family member from a particular side of your family. This makes it quick and easy to identify the family or individual you're looking for. Sorting by ordinance is particularly helpful when sharing a baptism with a young family member, or perhaps a sealing. And sorting your temple ordinance list by date can help you effectively make sure ordinances are done in a timely manner. Temple ordinance reservations expire in either 90 days or 2 years. Let's look at the difference in the expiration times. 90-day reservations fall under two categories. Both are reserved using the Ordinance Ready feature in FamilySearch. The first are individuals you are related to, whose ordinances have been shared with the temple. The second are individuals you are not related to. They are often called temple names. Ordinance reservations expiring in 2 years also fall under two categories. The first are ordinances that you have reserved in FamilySearch. The second are previously unreserved ordinances located using the Ordinance Ready feature. Two additional things to note about ordinance reservations expiring in 2 years. The first, our reservation times are extended by 1 year when you complete one or more of the ordinances for a specific individual. The second is reservation time does not reset when the ordinances are shared with another family member or friend. So if you share an ordinance or ordinances that with a family member that expires in 1 month, your friend or family have 1 month to complete at least one of the ordinances for that individual, and then the time will extend by a year. Let's run through a basic reservation process. This is Hattie C. Tallman. The green temple icon indicates there are ordinances available for reservation for Hattie. Before I reserve the ordinances, there are a couple of things to check. First, make sure the dates and places are standardized. Every once in a while, FamilySearch glitches and won't allow a reservation until dates and places are standardized. Second, always search for duplicates. Perhaps someone has already done Hattie's work. Once you've searched for duplicates and determined that this is the only Hattie C. Tallman in the FamilySearch system, go ahead and push the green icon. Now, simply click Request. Select which ordinances you would like to reserve and click Request at the bottom. Take a moment to read through the church policies every time you make a reservation. It's a good reminder and make sure that you're following exactly what the church would like us to do. Once you've done that, click Accept. Now coming back to Hattie on the temple ordinance reservation list, you can see that the icons have changed color and the ordinances are now marked as in progress. Sharing an ordinance reservation with friends or family. This is Frank DeBra. Frank is from one of my collateral lines. He and his wife had no children, and I have reserved his ordinance work and now want to share it with a family member. Select the individual and select the Share drop-down menu, and then choose Share with Family or Friends. Fill in your name and the name of the person with whom you are sharing the ordinances and their email address and click Send. Then you'll see a notice saying you have successfully sent an ordinance to that individual, and if your invitation is not accepted within 2 weeks, it will expire. Occasionally, you'll get a message like this, stating that the person has chosen not to allow ordinances to be shared with him or her. Perhaps someone will contact you and say they are receiving this message when trying to share an ordinance with you. Let's fix that message. Begin by signing into FamilySearch and clicking on your name to bring the settings menu down. Once you're into the settings, go into the notification tab. Then look to see if the Share Family Names has been selected. Once you've selected Share Family Names, allow others to share temple opportunities with me, you're good to go. When someone shares an ordinance reservation with you, you will receive an email that looks like this. Simply click on the Review Temple Names link. It will bring you to a page that looks like this. You can review which ordinances that they have shared with you and click Accept. Sharing ordinances with the temple. It's basically the same process as we just went through before. Select the individual and select the Share drop-down menu, but this time we'll choose Share with Temple. Choose which ordinances you wish to share with the temple and click Share. Unlike an ordinance reservation shared with a family member or friend, ordinances shared with the temple remain in your temple ordinance reservation list marked in red until the ordinances have been completed. If for some reason you decide to unshare an ordinance with the temple, select the individual, click the Share drop-down menu, and then select unshare with temple. This only works if the ordinance has not been completed. And once an ordinance has been shared with the temple, they are usually completed within a matter of days. Thank you for joining us today as we did a brief overview of reserving temple ordinances in FamilySearch. Don't forget to visit our BYU Family History Library homepage and our YouTube channel, the BYU Family History Library, for more information about our Sunday classes, one-on-one help, short family history videos, and in-depth webinars. Have a great day.